Some knights walk toward Count Cavalli's room. We are introduced to the Cavalli Knight's order commander, Lel. The guards outside the Count's bedroom were surprised to see the knight commander visiting so late at night. The knight commander asked the guards, "What about the lord?" One of the guards quickly replied that the lord was still sleeping. Then, Lel immediately entered Count Cavalli's bedroom. As the knight commander entered, the Count woke up at once. Seeing Lel, he was startled and demanded, "What is going on?" "My lord," Leslie urgently exclaimed, "it's an emergency. The enemy has broken into the castle." Hearing this, Count Cavalli's face turned pale. "What? Broken into the castle?" he repeated in disbelief. Outside, a continuous stream of air balloons descended, delivering more Fenris troops. Ghislain and his comrades began their assault, massacring the soldiers guarding the walls. Fueled by the excitement of the unfolding battle, Kay shouted to his men, "Go, tear off Philastir." A slap from that rump-based lord. The sounds of fighting, clashing steel, and the terrified screams of soldiers echoed through the halls and soon reached the Count's bedroom. Pure dread appeared on Count Cavalli's face. How did the Fenris men get over the walls? What about the tunnels? He asked in panic. Leslie replied, "According to the soldiers' reports, the Fenris men rode some kind of unidentified sphere and flew through the sky." Flying through the sky. The Count gasped. "What on earth are you saying?" Leslie said grimly, "How they entered no longer matters. Their momentum is too strong, and they're rapidly seizing the castle. Aye, lord, we must move at once." Leslie quickly explained his plan. "I'll head straight to the underground passage near the outer wall and hold the gate. If we can do that, we can call on the main force stationed at the south gate and encircle the Fenris troops." For a moment, Count Cavalli's mind went blank as he processed the information. His hands trembled, and his voice came out shaky. "We even dug traps targeting the Fenris tunnels. I can't believe I fell for their decoy." As dread loomed over his face, he muttered, "My fortress, the fortress that has never fallen even once. Is the Cavalli line going to end with me?" The knight commander shook the Count's shoulders, bringing him back to his senses. Leslie urged, "My lord, you must escape through the secret passage with the retainers and seek aid. I will remain and defend the castle. But if the situation doesn't calm down, you must bring that fellow over." Outside, chaos erupted among the Cavalli soldiers. They shouted in confusion, "How did the Fenris troops get in?" Ghislain kept cutting down the Cavalli soldiers like tofu. One soldier charged. Gillian cut him cleanly in half before he could even scream. Seeing their comrades die so easily, the soldiers froze in fear. One of them shouted, "Get a grip, there's no time to panic. Fire your crossbows, they're few in number." But before they could react, another soldier screamed, "Look up." One of the air balloons came crashing down right on top of the cavalry soldiers. The explosion threw dirt and debris everywhere. Apparently, Gordon and Afoy were on that balloon. Coughing through the smoke, Afoy yelled at Gordon, "You stupid muscle pig, I told you not to ride with me. You're too heavy." Gordon, still trying to catch his breath, glared but said nothing. As they struggled to stand, a group of cavalry soldiers charged toward them. Before the blades could reach them, Gillian appeared of nowhere and killed the attackers in an instant. "Are you too hurt?" Ghislain asked. Her smirked and teased, "Even as a knight you still act the same, Gordon." But Gordon stayed silent, his face grim. Suddenly, Ghislain and Belinda noticed movement in the distance. On the other side of the wall, the cavalry soldiers had already taken control of the gate. "They've already gone into a defensive posture," one of them noted with surprise. Ghislain said calmly, "Their response is faster than expected. There must be someone sharp thinking among them. The enemy forces we dispersed with the tunnel operation will soon gather again. We must hurry." Turning to his knights, Ghislain asked, "Is everyone ready?" All the knights answered in unison, "Yes." Ghislain gave orders quickly. Stop the soldiers on the walls and destroy all siege engines. Belinda, find Count Cavalli. I'll break a path to the gate." In a serious tone, Ghislain asked again, "Are you ready?" All the knights raised their swords high, and a powerful aura engulfed them. "We're ready," they shouted. A faint smile appeared on Ghislain's lips as he put on his helmet. Then, in a commanding voice, he ordered, "Fenris Order of Knights, begin action." A moment of stillness passed as both sides prepared for the clash. One of the cavalry soldiers rushed to the knight commander. "Commander, the Fenris troops are coming." Leslie realized immediately, they're aiming for the gate all along. "Ready your spears," Leslie ordered. As the Fenris knights charged forward, Leslie commanded his forces, "Hold on until the main force from the south gate arrives." The battle began with an earth-shattering roar, and his knights unleashed a one-sided massacre upon the cavalry forces. The knight commander's eyes widened in disbelief as he witnessed the gruesome scene, his troops being torn apart without mercy. He especially noticed Giselin, whose every swing cut through men like paper. The soldiers began to panic. There's no way to stop them. Every one of their weapons is infused with mana. Lissy stared, stunned. Every intruder is a knight, but that's impossible. No matter how skilled they are, they shouldn't be able to push through a heavy infantry line this fast. Determined, he said, the one at the front, we must stop that man at all costs. Another soldier reported, Commander, the Fenris momentum is too strong. The outer wall forces can't hold any longer. At this rate, the gate will collapse. Leslie gritted his teeth. Destroy all the mechanisms that open and close the gate. I'll buy us some time. Then Giselin charged directly at him. Their blades met with a deafening clang. Leslie barely blocked the strike but felt the sheer weight of Giselin's power push him back. Their swords clashed again and again, sparks flying in every direction. Leslie's arms began to tremble. He was shocked. Giselin's eyes were calm, cold, and utterly fearless. With each swing, Giselin pushed him back further and further until Leslie was almost out of breath. Still, Lizzie stood firm. Taking a deep breath, he raised his sword high and declared, I am Lisi, commander of the Cavalry Knight Order. You shall not pass from here. Meanwhile, on the other side of the castle, the scene shifted to the dungeon area. Count Cavalry arrived there where the air was damp and heavy. Chains clinked faintly from the cells. Inside one of them sat a man bound by multiple chains. His expression was blank until he heard footsteps approaching. Count Cavalry stopped before the cell. Lucas, he called. The man slowly raised his head. His sharp eyes glowed faintly under the torchlight. The count spoke quickly, his voice trembling slightly. Lucas, you must stall the enemy. For a long moment, Lucas simply stared at him in silence. His eyes were cold, but strangely amused. Then, very slowly, a faint smile appeared on his lips. He tugged at the heavy collar on his neck and said in a low voice, Why not loosen this a bit, Count? The Count hesitated. The chains rattled as Lucas's aura began to rise faintly, a dark and ominous pressure filling the cell.